In this video, I'm going to talk about the anatomy of a 7-figure automated office cleaning business. What's up? Mike Mak here, founder of automatedcleaningbusiness.com, and I'm back with another video talking about the anatomy. All right, the systems. What does it take? What does it look like? Pull you behind the curtain a little bit, let you know how you can build one of these things for yourself. Even if your ambition is only, I just want to do multiple 6 figures, or I'm going to show you what it looks like from a 7-figure view and show you how that it even starts. Even if you only have a few clients, you still need these systems in place to take your business where you want it to be. All right, so let's get into it. All right, the first thing right out of the gate is you have to be a unicorn. That's, you know this. You already know that, right? I mean, I say it ad nauseum, but what is it really? Well, what it is a foundation. You need an authoritative foundation, okay? Because the types of clients we're after, that 5 to 10K, I mean, I say that a lot, but I have students in my program, they have $15,000 clients, $20,000 clients. I like to focus on 5 to 10 because you can stack those. Now I have my own 15 and 20K clients, but not too many. I really like that 5 to 10K place, but those are the type of clients you want, so the unicorn foundation is necessary. Why? Because you have to show that you are different than everyone else, okay? You have to be an authority, so it makes sense when you give them that proposal, okay? So the system has to be built. It's the name. You should have a website that attracts high-ticket clients. You have to know what to say, so when they see your website, it's actually, ooh, they seem different. I like that. The messaging, all of that stuff, okay? If you have that foundation in place, you're good to go. If you don't, what I'm gonna say next, the next systems I get into, it's not gonna make a whole lot of sense. So I have a lot of videos on this stuff, so go through it if you haven't already. Watch this video for sure, but like I said, you're gonna need that foundation, or what I say next, not gonna make sense. Okay, once you have that authoritative foundation for your business, that unicorn branding, let me put it like that. Once you have that set up, you are ready for this very important system. This system is the lifeblood of your company, and that is your client acquisition system, okay? Notice I didn't say lead getting. Notice I didn't say, method, okay? You need a system. Why do you need a system? Well, you want to automate, right? Automate down to a few hours a day. I don't believe on totally exiting, like completely stepping away where you have no idea what's going on. I don't believe in that because I just don't think that lasts that long, as some internet gurus may lead you to believe. Hasn't been my experience, but I do believe on systematizing everything to a point where you can give it to somebody else in your company to do it for you, right? This is how we delegate. Now, it's not automation by just pressing buttons and everything just works. No, it's delegation, okay? If you can find good people, train them up to be, let's say, 80% as competent as you are in a certain area, guess what? You're ahead of the curve and you're winning. So you need a client acquisition system. Now, some people just think it's just, oh yeah, I cold call, or oh yeah, I run Google ads, but I got news for you. Those things, there's ebbs and flows and ups and downs, okay? For me and my company, I have 2 systems running at the same time. One is the rich niche. That is focused on the quality, the cream of the crop, 5 to 10K per month clients, and they are getting my omnipresence marketing consistently, and it's a combination of a lot of highly effective marketing methods at once, okay? And that's systematized. Now, I haven't touched that machine in over close to 2 years, okay? Because I have my guy Sam, he's in office, he does it, I don't have to think about it. The other process in this system that we use, it's actually really new. We've just kind of been testing it out the last few weeks and months, and it's actually been really good. And I could see this scaling up to a point where these two work together in tandem, and that's RCA, our Rapid Client Attractor. Now, this process focuses a lot more on volume. Okay, so now we have one for volume and one for high quality. Now, RCA focuses much more on volume, more people, thousands of people, whereas, your rich niche list, like this system we have, is much more focused on 250 to high 500 people that are really great gets. And we're willing to be much more patient because when we get these clients are paying us $10,000 a month. Whereas RCA is something really great in the beginning because more than anything, you are going to get your phone ringing and you're going to be feeling good because that's what entrepreneurs need, right? That little bit of motivation of everything is working. But anyway, we combine these 2 processes and it becomes a system, okay? Now, this is my system, but if you're building your own system, that's all that matters. Just have a system so you can scale with it, all right? Let's get to the next one. Okay, the next important system, right? It's a people business, right? You need both clients and cleaners, so you don't get stuck doing the cleaning, right? So I just told you our client acquisition system, that is for the clients. Now, how do we find great cleaners? How are we able, in a suburb, outside of nowhere near a big city, how are we able to continuously find excellent people? Well, it's because we have a system, okay? Now, a lot of people get caught up on like, what does the job post say? Do you use Indeed? Do you use this? Do you use that? I mean, we use Indeed, but the point is it's our system that is an all-encompassing approach of our messaging. You know, what we say in the post, what we use, what's our interview process like? Is there 1 interview, 2 interviews, 3, 4, etc.? What's the training like? Now, all of that stuff I just mentioned goes into that system, and that's how we're able to get cleaners over and over and over again. And now, for you, if you're just starting out, don't be intimidated by that. Start where we started. Start at 0. Start trying a bunch of things and not being afraid to test, because that's how we've built this. It was just over time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it, but it's something we're proud about now, and it's something that you can just pass on to somebody and they can do it for you. Isn't that an incredible idea that something so complicated could be systematized to a point where you could just give it to someone else? Yeah, that's what we're doing over here. That's the automation part, all right? All right, now let's get to the final piece. All right, the final piece to this puzzle is the automation blueprint, all right? Now, what we've covered so far is that foundation, the unicorn foundation, right? Because if you build your house on sand, what happens? It's not good, right? So you need that sturdy foundation that your company is an authority and you're different from everyone else. And then you need your 2, real pillar systems, major systems. One for constant client attraction and getting, client acquisition, and great cleaners, bringing great cleaners in, training them up, and getting them ready to take care of these great clients. Those 2 right there. 2 replicatable systems over and over and over again. This is what makes this business go. Now, for the automation part, we have a blueprint, that we stick with in this company. If something happened to me, or God forbid, if something, I don't know, and I got kidnapped, I got taken away somewhere, the business would be fine without me, because these 2 systems are dialed in. The company is an authority in the local market, and we have our systems in the back end. We know, what the operations manager is supposed to do. We know who does the hiring. We know who does the firing. We know who does the sales. If somebody is leaving, we know how to replace that person, because everything, what that person does, it's all accounted for. Okay, this is how you build a business that's built to last. Now, the gift and the curse with this type of business, a cleaning business is it could be as big as you want it to be, but you know what? It could also be a side hobby. It could also be just a side hustle where, people are going out there and just pay me $30 an hour and I'll clean it up. It really could be anything you want it to be. Now, if I were you, I would put all of my energy on building it as big as you possibly can to have that financial freedom you have been looking for. Now, these 4 major pillars, this is what's allowed my company to hit 7 figures. This is what's made it possible to where if I decided to sell one day, I could probably get close to 8 figures. I'm actually pretty confident in that. This is what people who would be potentially buying, this is what they'd be attracted to. Systems. Okay, it's not just grow as much as you can, but you have no profit margins, you have no systems, no one knows what to do, and if the owner left, the business would crumble. That's not something worth buying. Nobody wants that business, okay? They want the systems. So if you are looking to be on the same journey, start building systems of your own. But, of course, if you'd like to skip the line, this is what I help people do. We install these things for people. If that is of any interest to you, then click the first link in the description. See if what we're talking about makes sense to you. If it does, come and join us. For everyone else, watch the next video. Peace.